Steve Joy here. Hope you're having a good Thursday. I just got back from my hobby shop, local hobby shop, and I ran into these Rory story cubes. And I haven't seen these before. They're new to me. And they kind of got my imagination going. So I thought I would try something out with them. I have seen these before on a computer or on a Android app. But I haven't seen them in real life, and there's something I like about dice and tactile, the tactile thing about dice. I already made a video about these where I opened them, and unfortunately my new mic was muted. I'm learning how to use it. So it does come with instructions on how to play, and I suppose it's some kind of a game. But this is the app, which I have on my tablet. But the idea of having actual physical dice, the packaging's really nice, I have to say. I like the packaging, although mine got scrunched a little bit in there. But still, it's magnetic. It'll hold the dice really well. Anyway, what I was thinking of doing with these is using them to create Hexcrawls. I think that would be a lot of fun. So just in that vein, I thought, well, I'll roll up for Hex 240 on my map. Why not? Let's imagine. This is sort of what I imagined these could be for. So let's try it. I'm going to try rolling up and making a hex out of whatever I roll. All right. We've got a baby. We've got a babushka. an old granny, perhaps a witch, perhaps just an old lady. Ooh, some kind of vortex. Pirate, or this could be anything. This could be maybe bandits, soldiers, elves, I'm not sure. We've got some brothers, somebody flying. We've got a god, or something huge above the clouds hurling lightning. I would imagine that's a god. We've got a castle, and we've got a mace. So I'm not sure. Well, just right off the bat, I mean, not because these are together. Well, I'm thinking maybe there's a witch that's stealing babies. Why she's stealing babies, I'm not sure. There is a fortress in this hex, I would say. The fortress is being run by a couple of brothers, and it is a military fortress. There is also a vortex in this hex. Now, is there a forest of elves here? Or are these actual rangers? I'm going to say these are rangers. I don't know. No, I don't like the idea of rangers. Okay, so there's a witch in the woods. So there's some kind of dire woods, which I think there's a vortex in there. Perhaps it leads to another plane. It leads to another part of the map. Something like that if you could find it. But you have to avoid the witch. The witch is, of course, collecting babies. Now, this I would interpret as there's a mountain where there's a god lives on that mountain. That's how I would interpret this. Because that was very common back in Middle Ages and Neolithic age and stuff, was to think that a god actually lived in an area. A god lives in that forest. A god lives, In fact, this might, yeah. So I'm just thinking of a mountain because of clouds. But this is a god. So why couldn't the god actually be in the forest? So the god lives in the forest, but there's also an evil witch who seems to be stealing babies from any surrounding towns. Because there's a military fortress, some kind of... So I would say this is some kind of borderland. And perhaps there's a town or something. And these are the townspeople. What to do with the flying? I'm not sure. Let's put this with it's some kind of flying god. All right. I think that would inhabit Hex 240. Let's try it again. I'm going to try another one. I'd say that was pretty successful. All right, let's see what this one is. Okay, so we've got foodstuffs. We've got gnomes. We've got a market. Ooh, we've got a ferryman. We've got, ooh, somebody in a dungeon being tortured. We've got another god. We've got the brothers again. We've got the old lady, the babushka. And we've got some kind of a fairy or a butterfly. I would say it's fairies. All right. Well, I don't see a symbol for a town, but I think that there is quite obviously here a... this is quite interesting. All right. This one's actually tough. It's kind of tough because there's no actual anything that suggests some kind of fortress or town or anything like that. So trying to figure out what this might be. So let's just say these are townsfolk and they have a really thriving market and thriving food in this area. So there'd obviously be a town, maybe a fortress, something like that. So I'm going to group all those together and say there's a town that has a really robust market, lots of food stuff. Perhaps they support a city or a town in another hex, so you have to go over. You have to remember, in the Middle Ages, nobody liked to travel more than about 10 miles. So probably 10 miles away, there's some kind of a castle or something that they support. Now here, I would think maybe... Oh, I'm gonna go... this is gonna get crazy here. Maybe there's gnomes that are famous for... or dwarves that are famous. They're at war with the humans, and if they catch you, they'll put you in prison. Why would that be? Does that make any sense? We've got our god again. So gnomes and fairies working together, and they capture humans. Yeah, and they'll actually ship them out. How about that? And they worship some kind of crazy god. How about that? So we've got some kind of a thing, maybe some kind of a trade in human prisoners or something. I would say the word for that, but this is YouTube, you know. Yeah, okay, I like that. So there's some kind of a really, really fertile land, townspeople, old ladies and whatever in it, selling food stuff. But there is a cult of gnomes and fairies that follow this weird god that like to capture people and send them away. They for some reason send them away. All right. I mean, it's a little rough around the edges, but I like it. I wouldn't have thought that up on my own, I don't think, without these cubes. Yeah, so these are really neat. I really like these. Rory Story Cubes. This isn't sponsored or anything. I just found these in my local hobby store, and I thought I would just try them out, see what combinations. Ooh, look at that one. That one's neat. All right. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for watching. I hope that you'll consider subscribing and give this video a like. And I hope that you'll tune back in, watch more videos. Right, thanks. Take care.